It's now time for the Headbangers Ball to begin. See that guy up there? That's the guy that used to put the wimpy videos on Headbangers Ball. We've gotten rid of him, and I just want to tell you, starting next week, an all-new Headbangers Ball. Now, tonight is the Halloween edition of the Headbangers Ball. Tonight we'll be playing some of the most terrifying, scary, blood-curdling videos you've ever seen in your mortal life. And if that wasn't spooky enough, we've got Lemmy and Wurzel from Motorhead coming by. What? That's not scary enough? Glenn Danzig will also be here. That, to me, is just spooky. Now, what better to start off the Halloween edition of the Headbangers Ball than the ultimate Halloween anthem? Here is Alice Cooper with Welcome to My Nightmare. You know, for several years now, the little children in my neighborhood haven't been coming trick-or-treating to my house. Not a knock. You know why? Because I don't buy any candy and I don't give them anything. That's why. Coming up after the break, we've got Glenn Danzig as the Halloween edition of the Headbangers Ball continues. We're at Jekyll and Hyde, which is kind of a scary restaurant pub in New York City. And right now, perfect for the Halloween edition, we've got Glenn Danzig back on the Headbangers Ball. It's been a year since we talked on camera where you got to abuse me and do all that other kind of fun stuff.
Well, that's a lot of fun.
Of course it is.
Someone's got to do it.
I'm the brunt of everybody's good jokes. Anyways, since last Halloween, we released Thrall, which is a live Danzig record.
Well, it's half live, half studio.
Right. And Mother 93, if you were watching Headbangers Ball 2 weeks ago, it was on Countdown to the Ball. And it's nice that a song that's, 4 years old? 6 years old is now entering on Countdown to the Ball.
Well, but tell me a little bit. Everybody's catching up finally.
Now tell me a little bit about the record.
What do you want to know?
Thrall, recorded live.
We recorded a bunch of our live shows, but the stuff that we took off of, that we used for Thrall is from a show we did last year at Irvine Meadows in California. You know the place.
Mm-hmm.
About 14,000 people. And
just so people know, that's a place that lately concerts, I mean, a lot of big bands, we're not going to mention names, a lot of big bands have came around to Irvine Meadows and not been able to sell it out. And every time he's played there, I mean, it's the one show I know in Southern California that it's like always sells out.
Yeah, I was oversold.
And you played there Halloween last year, and just so you also know, it is the only year that Oingo Boingo didn't play their Halloween.
Yeah, they have a hold on that every year for, I guess, 10 years or so. They've played their Halloween. We got to do it last Halloween. And it worked out really well. And we had Zombie on the show.
Right.
And Kaya. That was a great show.
And even ended up filming the video that we're about to play right now.
Well, yeah, that's filmed some stuff in Europe, too. Germany and I think London, Scotland, which is great, Glasgow, and then Irvine Meadows. And yeah, came out really nice.
And you see like a lot of security guards on the stage and trying to like put a little method to the madness, but it didn't work. I mean, tell me some of the stuff that happened.
Security guards were on stage because the barricade broke and they had nowhere to go. We're the first band ever whose fans have broken the barricade at Irvine Meadows, and it's not a rinky-dink barricade. It's a big, heavy barricade. So thank you. And they were tearing up the seats, lighting bonfires. There were 2 bonfires up on the lawn because it was oversold. There was people up on the lawn, and 2 big bonfires up on the lawn, and people were dancing around them. It was like a big pagan ritual. It was very cool. It's kind of Halloween thing. Yeah. Here is the video. This is Mother 93. With Glenn Danzig, special Halloween edition. And we played Mother 93, which is off Thrall, which is the live Danzig record, but it's got a couple studio songs on it. Half studio. What we did was we were going to put the 4 live songs on, and then we didn't want it to just be, 4 songs for the price of an EP. So we went in the studio just one day and very quickly just kicked out those other 3 songs. One of them, how you doing? And then we gave, everybody 3 extra songs.
And one of the ones was, Coming Down, which is a great song. In the video, I was one of the rare people. I don't know if it was lucky. I don't know if it was lucky that I got to see this video. I explained it as best as I could on Headbangers Ball. It's the only video that MTV didn't play that I really wasn't even able to fully explain the video. There were a lot of, how can we say it, piercings.
The guy takes a nail and bangs it
right through a head. Guys,
genitalia.
Imagine where you wouldn't want a nail. They show a nail being driven through, and it wasn't special effects. A guy really did it. They're into that. There's people maybe even like you that are into that kind of stuff, and I don't think we need to say it.
You're not into that stuff.
I don't think we need to say it, but kids, don't try that at home, okay? But it was a pretty...
Oh, is it Beavis and Butthead now?
Well, I don't know. Maybe if somebody happened to see that video, they go, you know what? I got a hammer and nail.
I got
some free time.
A lot of people are going to be doing that. Maybe you would, Ricky.
I mean, no, that ain't my thing.
No, what did you say?
We don't want to talk. That's not on TV either. Now, other than that video, there was something that I went out in the stores and saw and bought out of curiosity and was pretty surprised. There was a record that was out about 6-7 months ago called Glenn Danzig that was not what people would
The Black Aria?
Right. Tell me about that.
Just some stuff I had bouncing around, some theme songs would come out too, and then I wrote a 6-piece movement about Milton's Paradise Lost. And it's all kind of just classical.
But it's classical music, right?
It's basically classical stuff.
Very moody classical music. Now, you tell me something that it entered on the Billboard
I guess
it
started in at number 2 or 3 and went to number 1 Billboard's classical chart, which I guess doesn't mean that much because how many classical records sell, but it's still kind of nice.
But do you think that there were classical fans that maybe were buying it that had no idea who Glenn Danzig was?
No, well, what happened was it was starting to get played on classical stations. So, and a lot of the fans bring it to the show to get signed. They really like it. I didn't expect to sell any. We didn't do any promotion for it. I figured, it would just be the people who asked at the end of the shows, where can I get that music or this music? I figured we'd sell about 2,000 of them. And I put a disclaimer on the back, and said, this isn't, a Danzig album, it's different, and people actually like it, I'm not saying all of us fans, but the people who bought it really like it, and, it's kind of nice when people come up after the show and, they want you to sign it and they tell you how much they really like it. They listen to it before they go to sleep or when they want to relax or sometimes when they want to get psyched to go out. It's cool.
Yeah, you might want to check it out. Something that's definitely different. It's called Black Aria?
Black Aria.
Black Aria. Okay, we'll be back with more Glenn Danzig as the Headbangers Ball continues. Of the Headbangers Ball here with Glenn Danzig. And a little bit earlier we were talking about the classical type music that you put out. And it seems like that would be a progression into you possibly doing some scores for soundtracks.
Eventually, yeah.
That is something you'd want to get into, right?
Yeah, I get some offers there occasionally, and when something interests me, then I'll do it.
Now, something that I found out that I thought was really cool was I know you wrote something for Roy Orbison in the past, right? Mm-hmm. And now I heard that you wrote something for Johnny Cash.
Yeah, I wrote a song for his new album.
The original Man in Black.
That's right. I was just going to say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay.
But tell me, what is it like? You got to meet Johnny Cash and stuff
I got to meet him and teach him the song, and he really liked it. So that was kind of cool because, certain Johnny Cash songs, I remember from a long time ago.
Before he got all religious, he kind of had like an evil dark side, Johnny Cash.
I still think he's pretty bad. He's a pretty cool guy. His voice is great, and I got to teach him the song, and it worked out really well.
That's got to be. To work with, as I would think, I'm a big fan of a lot of the old rockabilly classics and stuff like that. And you get to work with Johnny Cash or Roy Orbison. Are there any other people that you'd really like to work with?
I don't know. I'm sure if I thought about it, because I like a lot of music, so if I think about it, that's probably it.
Even do Trouble with Elvis did, which is on the
We'll get Elvis back from the grave.
There you go.
Tonight on Halloween, and we'll do Trouble.
And he'll be doing Danzig songs. Mm-hmm. We'll be back with more Headbangers Ball, but right now, here's a scary video. Here's Ozzy Bark at the Moon.
Ricky's date for Halloween?
That is, if I'm lucky. And that you just saw Halloween from Halloween. Get it? It's this Halloween theme that we've got. They're a very scary edition of the Headbangers Ball. Here was Glenn Danzig. And, Thraw came out, which, now, are you going to be working on any new stuff? Or
in December, we start a new album.
Any titles or any ideas?
Not yet.
Working on that?
I'd just as soon not even put a title on it until I feel.
Just put it out?
Yeah.
Now, I have a question, because Beavis and Butthead are obviously big Danzig fans, and you see Beavis and Butthead going off on Danzig. Do you think, because we talked to White Zombie about this before, and it looks like that they're helping breaking a lot of bands, you know?
It could be.
Maybe you think it's just that it's getting the video finally played on prime time.
It's kind of funny that Beavis and Butthead will play our stuff, but MTV, it's like stuff MTV would never play before.
Well, it's getting played now.
Well, now it's
maybe now that...
that's kind of cool, though. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are complaining about Beavis and Butthead. I know kids like that. I grew up with kids like that. And I see kids like that come to our shows all the time. In some instances, I was even like that.
I was telling Glenn, I went to one of the shows in Arizona, and a guy came up to me at the show and goes, "Hey man, you know Glenn, does he bring his wolves on tour with him?" So it's, you know.
Well,
what was the answer to that anyway?
Yeah, they're in the back
of the bus.
Come on back.
Now, also, you mentioned something off camera that you're going to be putting out a box set of Sam Hain.
I think we're going to do a box set. Me and Yuri talked about it, and I called up the old drummers to see if they have some old photos laying around, and they're like, yeah. So I took to Steve and London, and so maybe we'll put out a Sam Hain box set.
Now, also, since the Misfits and Sam Hain were all on Plan 9, which was your record label, which is your record label. And
you're treading on thin ice,
one word, so I don't bring it up anymore.
I learned that lesson in Germany.
I learned that lesson in Germany, bringing up that word. That word. Wait.
Should I burn them?
We'll ask the question, then you can throw me in the fire. The question is, Plan 9 is your label, and you're going to maybe bringing in new bands on your label and starting your own.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to call it Plan 9 anymore. I might call it Evil Live. And then just start a whole new thing.
So if there's new bands out there, what's the kind of stuff that you're into right now?
Anything real.
You're gonna have to look hard then.
I don't want imitation Pearl Jam albums, you know. You know, we all know who that is. You're not allowed to say that, huh? Yeah.
So, what video are we gonna be playing next?
Huh? Yeah, I'm allowed to say whatever I want.
Yeah, but...
say whatever I want. Yeah. Anyway, I want original bands. And bands that are doing it real loud.
Now, what do you plan on doing? What is your Halloween when you're not playing? What do you do for Halloween?
That depends what the
options are.
It's actually pretty funny. Kids are scared to come to my house on Halloween. I buy candy and they won't come in the gate. They just stand outside and then they go, So it's pretty funny.
Okay, well, we're going to be back with more Halloween edition of the Headbangers Ball. Halloween edition of the Headbangers Ball. We're here with Glenn Danzig. Now, what are some of the stuff that you do, since we're on the subject of Halloween, like in past Halloween? As a kid, did you dress up on Halloween?
Oh, yeah, we dress up 3 or 4 times a day. Sometimes more. Just, you know, sometimes just throw a sock over your head and go out and get more candy.
You remember the costume I was 2 years ago? 2 years ago? No, it wasn't that. 2 years ago, we had a Halloween party and Glenn played acoustically. And I wanted to dress up as something that nobody would think it was me, and I spent the whole night as a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Oh,
and I came backstage, and I'm going to Glenn, I'm like, hi, and he's like, yeah, and then I wouldn't take off my mask. I was like, hi, and everybody was like giving me a hard time. Then I took the mask off, and still giving me a hard time. I didn't really figure that out.
Yeah.
But you're not playing this Halloween. So.
No, well, you know what we normally do. We either did, like, you know, those blue sets at your place, or like last year we did Irvine. This year we're just hanging out. We've been on the road too long. We just wanted to relax, you know, and kick back.
Now, the one thing about your shows is you've got a real strong fan base. I mean, you see, on this show we've traveled everywhere almost in the world, and we always see Danzig t-shirts everywhere. And as evident when we played in Germany last year, there were tons of people there. I mean, are you going to be going out on the road at any time, or are you going to wait till you do a new record now? Or?
Yeah, we're going to wait till the summer. Because, like I said, we're fried. We've been on the road pretty much for like a year and a half.
Yeah, tell me the places that you just got back from.
We just come back from the Pacific. We did New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Hawaii, and before that we went and did all of America and Canada again. I mean, you know, and then we even went to Europe for 2 weeks or whatever. Again,
are the Danzig fans in, let's say, New Zealand or Japan much different than the Danzig fans? Like, we went in America and Germany, it seemed like they were pretty much the same kind, you know, maybe just a little...
They were pretty crazy in New Zealand, I have to say that, and Tokyo was, you know... I was expecting the kids to just be sitting there and, you know, at the end of the song clapping, and Tokyo was wild.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty violent too. And so was New Zealand was great. New Zealand was
Very cool. Well, right now we're going to be playing a video from Glenn. Why don't you tell us the video we're playing?
What are we playing? It's coming down.
No, we're not.
This is a video where they stitch up a guy's mouth, and then this guy...
We couldn't play that one. I can't understand why. Instead,
bang it in.
We're going to play... If somebody wants to see that video, how can they see it? Put it this way.
Call Deaf American and bug them.
Put it this way. The video for It's Coming Down, it makes the Jim Rose sideshow look like Disney.
Did you see the amputee people that walking on the leash?
Some of
They
those
have these chrome things on their elbows and knees, and they look like dogs.
We can't even talk about it. Here's Her Black Wings. Great band, I would think, to spend Halloween with his Motorhead here with us. And check out this. Can you guys see this thing in the background? These are what the people look like that the Motorhead. Exactly. I think I saw that guy in the Motorhead pit before.
Yeah. He's one of our roadies.
Now let me say something. We're going to be playing a video, which is something new for Motorhead. The album's called Bastard, right?
Bastard.
Okay. First time I heard the song, I was very, very, very glad because it's one of the heaviest songs that's out, period, right now. I mean, a lot of people are going to think, oh God, is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? And it's heavy, but it doesn't sound like old Motorhead. But it's like, it's
murder.
Anything you want to say about the
song? Murder
song?
orally.
Because you've been doing heavy metal longer than anybody, just about.
Yeah,
so this is kind of like, to show people how it's done. How's that?
This is the real stuff, yeah. If you wanted to know about, like, hard rock and roll, done at the biggest, fastest pace you can and still be legible, like the album, that's it.
Because a lot of people, not to put down 1916 in any way, because I thought there were some good songs on it, I liked it, but there wasn't a real, just bam!
Murderer,
yeah. This one is.
There's an edge on this one.
Yeah.
That was lacking on mine.
Well, we've got a drummer now, see?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's play Burner, and we'll come back and we'll talk about the drummer and Motorhead plans and stuff like that. Here's Motorhead on the Headbangers Ball. Now with Motorhead on Halloween, well, tell me the type of things. Now in England, where you guys are from, they don't celebrate Halloween, right?
No, we don't. We celebrate Guy Fawkes Night, November the 5th.
Now, this is what I heard they did in Guy Fawkes Night. Tell me if I'm mistaken, okay? Because this sounds kind of sick. They make fake bodies, in the memory of this guy, Guy Fawkes, and set it on fire, right?
Yeah, that's a dummy.
There's 5 of them, really. 5 of them. But they only burned Guy Fawkes, I don't know why. But they burned the others.
He unsuccessfully tried to blow up fire.
James the First. And 6th of Scotland.
Now, do you think that there's going to be kids coming by trick-or-treating in your neighborhood?
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
They get there more.
But Lemmy lives all the teenage girls. They're going to go trick or treat, and then you know what he's going to say.
Trick or treat.
Exactly.
Trick or treat.
We'll say both.
I'll take a treat, please.
Or trick.
Yes.
Anyways, we're going to be
No,
back.
I don't have some money.
We're going to be back talking to Motorhead, special Halloween edition, and also coming up we've got Them Bones.
I'm going to do the guitar bone.
Headbangers Ball hanging out with Motorhead. Special Halloween edition of the Headbangers Ball. Now, earlier I talked about the song Burner, which I said is a very heavy song. You saw it a little bit earlier on the show. I know what he's trying to do. It ain't gonna work. But you do touch on some real serious subjects in the new Motorhead record.
Yeah, incest and what?
Insect.
Insect? Songs about bugs?
Insect.
No, songs about incest. I mean, that's a pretty serious song. It's a ballad.
Don't let Daddy kiss me. Yeah, it's a ballad.
Tell me
Sting is writing about the rainforest.
Rainforest.
We wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't see Motorhead doing a song about the save the rainforest and save the
Most
whale.
Die was about, I had a line in it about the rainforest.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the line?
The stranglehold, the reaper on the earth for gold, will yet increase 10,000 fold, and no one knows what for.
Didn't know what that was about. But the other song.
Die, the stranglehold, yeah.
Now back on the song about incest. I mean, tell me a little bit about that.
That was written, 4 years ago?
Yeah, 4 years ago. It seems very popular, incest, you know. It's not going away. So I thought somebody should write about it really up front, because that Aerosmith thing, Jenny's got a gun, you know. I mean, I love Aerosmith, but I would not have known what that was about.
Sometimes you hear songs and they go, oh, this is a song about child abuse. And
I would never
I thought it
know.
was about going out and partying with your friends.
Whatever, I wouldn't have known, you know. If they haven't said so in an interview, so I thought I'd do one that, you know, you couldn't make any mistake about at all.
On your face, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to be back.
Sort of in your eye socket.
Right now,
phone. Get the phone.
we'll get the phone. You'll watch Alice in Chains. Halloween, hanging out with Motorhead, and the new record, Bastards, is out in your store.
That was very well put.
I just like being able to say Bastards.
I know.
Tell me about the record.
It's hole in the middle. It's ever so good. You'll love it.
I mean, you've been putting out records for
200 years now. Since 1485.
Lemmy's been around since Count Basie.
Battle of Bosworth Field.
But tell me, I mean, this record, how does it differ than the other records?
It's more recent.
Right.
More recent.
I don't know.
It's newer than any of the other ones.
Yeah, it's more aggressive than the last two.
Ooh, it's aggressive. Ooh, it's aggressive.
And the drummer.
He's new.
Michael.
Yeah. And this is now, Mickey, you might have seen him on Headbangers Ball, like when doing the barbecue show.
That's
And
the one.
we've had Mickey on a couple times. But this is the first time he played on the record, right?
Well, he played on one track on the last one.
Oh, he did?
Hellraiser.
Oh, okay. Which,
He's great. He's really
what
good. It's really good for us to give us a kick up the backside. Is what we were looking for.
Yeah, Swedish son of a
And did
bitch.
he work with the writing of any of the songs? Or?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he helped to a great deal.
we were all in it. And he contributed more than any drummer we ever had.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
With the
great.
rhythms and
It's about time we had a drummer like that who cared, you know.
Now, are you going to go out and tour to promote this record? Because everybody should.
No, we just thought we wouldn't bother and just leave it.
Just send it out, just maybe do this, and then go into
Straight into the
seclusion
bargain bin.
and
Yeah.
celebrate Guy Fawkes Day every day. Something like that. But are you going to be out on the road?
I don't know when. Do you know when?
In the new year, I guess. Yeah, we're going to be in Europe till the end of December.
Mm-hmm.
One more time, I'm flying home on my birthday. Another birthday at 35,000 feet.
Right.
The last three.
Oh, is that what it is?
And now another
Been
one.
flying home? Okay, we're going to be back talking to Motorhead and find out some
Actually,
stuff that maybe you didn't know about Motorhead when the Headbangers Ball continues for Halloween. Now, some things that I recently found out about you that I didn't know.
Gosh.
Oh, no.
Don't worry.
Revelation.
It's not about those things. So you did something with Jimi Hendrix? You used to like roadie for Jimi Hendrix or something?
It's about 6 months.
See, I didn't even know that. Tell me about that.
Well, I was just, I happened to know only one guy in London when I first went down there, and he used to be a roadie for The Who. And I asked him if I could tip on his floor, you know. So he said, yeah, and I turned up, and he was living with Noel Redding, and he was Hendrix's roadie. So I became his assistant on the tour.
Really?
And I was at all the sessions for Axis. Bold as love.
Uh-huh.
Great fun.
Yeah.
Privileged, really.
Wow.
Great experience.
I imagine. Now, tell me, what is the stuff that like when you're not touring or when you're not doing the record, what is some of the stuff you guys do on your free time?
Chase women.
Well, we know that. I've seen this guy at the... No, I can't. You got mad when I told you where you hung out last time. Look for one of the old shows, the old Headbangers with Lemmy on it, and I accidentally said
You've got 'em all on
where
tape.
Lemmy hangs out. And so now everybody went there, and
He's got no
still
pride.
is there. He still
No
is there.
pride.
The one time I went there last week and you weren't there, they were playing the new record. So it's like, whether you like it or not, somehow Lemmy will be there. But you said you're going to be going home
Spiritually.
soon?
Going where?
Going home?
Yeah. Thursday. Tourist bag.
Uh-huh. And then what other kind of stuff are you going to be working on? I mean,
We're going to
before
Germany
touring.
in December. And,
So I guess we'll
we've
be
got
off
France
until-
and Spain, is it?
Yeah.
And Belgium.
Belgium. Strong
Ooh,
beer in
Belgium.
It's like most people talk about the crowds. It's a strong beer in Belgium. How's the show?
Well, the crowd will get a better show.
Well, see, well, there you go. The strong beer leads to the
better crowd. And a more vociferous population.
The record is called Bastards. And did you talk about the new video that you're going to do? Bastard.
No, you left to say that to be there.
Burner.
Oh, burn it off, bastard.
Or Bernard.
And any other videos off that you're going to be doing, working on?
No.
Don't know yet. Probably Born to Raise Hell, I think.
Before we end this, I just want to know, being a part of the heavy metal scene for so long,
We're not.
are there any changes? You are.
Well, we've been put there by the media.
Before there was a heavy metal. But how have you seen the hard rock? How have you seen the hard rock scene change? I mean, what do you think about some of the stuff that's out there today?
No mind heavy metal, mate. I remember before Elvis. I remember when there wasn't any rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when it was Rosemary Bloody Clooney. That was a big deal, you know.
Before music.
Well, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen with the future music? I
Dinosaurs
mean,
rule the earth. Matey boy.
what do you think what do you think you can look for in the future of hard rock?
You can look for more accountants because they're coming.
It's coming more and more business.
That's the trouble, man. Every kid in the band now takes a bloody laptop computer on the tour bus with them. You know, it's not about rock and roll.
There's only a few rock and roll bands that still rebel.
Yeah. It should be rebellion for its own sake. Like, just to be a rebel, right? That's what rock and roll should be. That's what it started out as.
But
So
now
it's
it's
exciting.
Now it's a business.
Now it's a formula, like a bloody cigarette packet, you know. Like,
Well, let me just remind you one more
Makes me
time. The
sick.
new record
I
is
don't
called
mind that.
Bastards. And we'll be back. Here's something that isn't on Bastards. This is
that's
Hellraiser
dedicated
from
to
Motorhead.
everybody, by the way.
Bastards!
That's it.
Edition of the Headbangers Ball. And if you look around this place, have you ever seen more terrifying jack-o'-lanterns than these? Personally, I haven't. Except possibly this one. And little does he know that you thought we came here to do another segment of Dominic, our man in the street.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we're not going to play one. Unfortunately, we're not playing one. People are calling up from around the world right now because they all want to wish Dominic a happy birthday because we found out it's Dee's birthday. So, how old are you now?
24.
24? Were you 24 last year?
No.
It's okay, that's what I say too. I'm 24 too.
I'm really 37.
So what, your birthday's right around Halloween?
October 29th.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
I don't know.
Well, right now we're going to sing
Get a lot of presents, hopefully.
Happy birthday, dear Dominic. It's crackling, look, it's crackling. What does that mean?
It's gonna explode. It's gonna explode.
So here from the happy birthday, dear E. Cut it so we can eat it and they can watch videos. Thank you. It's crackling. What does that mean? Blow it out. Don't spit on me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna blow your candles.
I see.
As he's doing that, we'll continue with more Headbangers Ball Halloween birthday edition of
Burning, searing flesh.
Dominic. Bye. And you know what? It's time for the last video of the night. How quickly this Halloween edition of the ball has crept upon us. Check it out. Last video of the night comes from Megadeth. Now, before we play it, I want to remind you, after the video, I'm going to tell you what we're doing to the Headbangers Ball next Saturday. So keep on watching, okay? Don't dare go to sleep and have your nightmares yet. Right now, it's time for Megadeth. Go to hell. Thank you for spending this very intimate evening, this Halloween Eve, if you will. We're at Jekyll and Hyde's in New York City. Want to thank them for letting us hang around here, and want to thank Glenn Danzig and Motorhead for coming by. And thank you for watching. If you're looking for something to do tomorrow night, Halloween night, I'll be with my band Battery Club at Rockefeller West in Houston. Also want to remind you of something that happens next Saturday on the Headbangers Ball. First of all, I guess it's going to be my sister's machine. But even more than that, it's the starting of the all-new Headbangers Ball. You know that I've been urging you for so long to write letters and tell us what you think about the ball. Well, I've taken all those letters and handed them over to the powers that be, and I think we've got a real good Headbangers Ball. I'm really excited about the new show, and you guys watch it for a couple weeks and write to us and tell me what you think. Thanks a lot for spending Halloween. Be careful out there. And remember to keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the grave. Bye.